Who E? Who JD? Mr. Potato Head? I mean, do I need to pull it up? Who E? Who JD? There's Dr. Dre. Hold on. But wait a minute. Wait. I think this one's the better one. But we'll bring up. I look like a Mr. Potato Head too. And one of my famous names on YouTube in the past, a lot of comments, they love to call me Egghead. So that's a whole other thing. So it's a big thing in my whole brand being famous. They call me Egghead from some of my most famous videos. But there's nothing more famous than this Mr. Potato Head. I had one when I was a kid. Lots of people and children had them, and you can still have them today. You can buy them today. It was one of my favorite toys, the Mr. Potato Head. You could, it had a certain smell to it and texture, and it felt like it was alive, sort of. And you could put all the different, you could rearrange its face and all that. I am Groot. Anyways, I think we're gonna get off here. Oh, we were talking Mr. Potato Head. When I was younger, it was dunce. You would wear a dunce cap, or you were a dunce or Conehead. I was a Conehead, I guess. Well, the whole thing was if you got in trouble or whatever, you're supposed to put a dunce cap on, and then you're supposed to sit in the corner and all that. But I wasn't around during dunce cap times. I was born afterwards. But my dad used to always say it when I was acting stupid. But I also got confused with the Coneheads. I loved watching the weird movie, The Coneheads, or some sort of. I think it's a movie. Must be a movie. I'm not sure if anything comes up when you search Egghead though. but it was all in my comments. This to me looks a lot like a Phil Thompson, doesn't it? Or a Cam Thompson. They look like they were the like almost like the family behind the Coneheads. I don't think I've ever seen the whole movie. 1993, that was the year that I was born. No wonder I share some sort of feeling with the Coneheads. I think I must have just seen it the first year I was born. And it expanded my brain up like that. Mixed nuts. This one reminds me of a lot of guys. Billy Madison. Egghead. Look at this. What became of the Coneheads? Ancient origins. Ancient origins. They were an actual species. Throughout history, many cultures have artificially deformed the skulls of babies in order to achieve a flattened or elongated shape, which was often associated with the ruling or elite classes. Examples of artificial cranial deformation have been uncovered in Australia, the Middle East, Europe, Russia, and the Americas in ancient times, as well as oceanic and African tribes in modern times. When examined, most of these skulls exhibit features common to modern skulls, such as three cranial plates and sutures, as well as a brain size of around 1200 1400 ccm. That's what I failed to forget. I always think of all humans as having the similar sort of average skulls, but there's a lot of different humans. Some have these big skulls, like those people that wear those head wraps and yada yada. And even my skull's a pretty big shape. Egghead, I guess it's an American slang to refer intellectuals or people considered out of touch with ordinary people and lacking in realism, common sense, sexual interests, etc. I didn't know that. I just assumed they were saying it because I had the short hair and I was sort of an egghead. Uh, I think it's when my hair is short that I get that egghead. Because during these days, shortly after these days, where I sort of had the short hair. And sometimes I do that with the short hair. Every once in a while, I do this short hair.